Oh, the microphone's over there. No, it's facing me right now.
Okay.
Hello, everyone. This is Larry B. Green coming from you in the Stick Studios live. Today is a special day. I'm here live in the studio with Kindal Thomas. We're going to stay live for just a few minutes, let people get in. But today we're going to be talking about several things. So stay tuned while we let some people get in here. We look at the lovely Kindal Thomas sitting at the table. All right. So we got a few things. You got your water. You got my water. Oh, your bag and stuff. I moved all your stuff in here. You No, I never touched your glass. Did you? I don't know. Well, you're free to roam totally back and forth in my bathroom if you need to because you're not in the frame. All right. So you got anybody in here yet? No, just says public. All right, let me see if I can get my little tablet to pick up anything. I can watch comments. It says we're live. Let's see, how's this work? All right, there it is.
Oh, look, okay. You just popped on there like magic.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll be able to see the comments pop up in there. There'll be a little lax, but people, will have to respond to them. So here I'm gonna put this.
You remember the Ask Me Anything? Oh, that's good. You remember the Muppets?
Yes.
The news show they had with the big eagle. Don't you remember?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Got you. Yes. Make sure my mic's on. All right. Let's see. You got yours on? Or oh no, I didn't know what you were doing with yours. Okay.
My mic?
No, your phone. I didn't know if you were on, if you were looking on yours as far as if it was working or not. Okay, let's make sure that I got the volume down on this. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're getting ready to do this. This is my first actual live interview in the studio. I hope I don't do bad.
Oh, well. We'll wing it.
Well, anyways, glad to see you here. Everyone, it's Larry B. Green, first live interview here at the In Stick Studio for the Larry B. Green Show. And today I want to introduce Kindal Thomas. She is the owner of Dragonfly Hemp Company, and she is a very advocate for the cannabis legalization here in Tennessee. How's it going?
It's going. We've got a lot to discuss. A lot's on the line this year.
Let me get this cord out of the way. All right. So tell us a little bit about you to get started, to let you know why, because we don't just, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah, you get up here talking about all this important stuff. You got to know who you are,
Yeah, all right. Well, I'm the owner and creator of Dragonfly Hemp Company. Mm-hmm. I have been established since 2018. I first started as a farmer grower, and they changed a little bit of the laws, things like that. So we went into supplier manufacturing. Mm-hmm. So now I produce edibles until we can get the grow rights back. And that's probably a whole show right there.
Yeah, that's a whole other topic to talk about.
And I am a cannabis and hemp activist. Yes. I follow the legislation and the laws. And a lot of people don't realize is that we are dangling by a thread most of the time in Tennessee for these laws. So we have quite a few that are in session bills that are going through this year.
And that's the reason you're here today, is to talk about two specific bills.
Right.
The positives and the negatives of both of those.
Yeah.
So where do you want to start with that?
Well, I'd like to start off on a good note. We have 23 cannabis bills this year, and that is a significant amount. That's awesome.
That's more than I've heard before.
Yeah, that's great. Now they're all in some form, some kind of concrete thing, some, are to deal with the Marijuana Commission, because we actually do have a medical marijuana commission in Tennessee that they have had for a couple of years, where they debate and discuss things.
Okay.
They're not a legislative portion at all. They just kind of make recommendations. So I do follow that when they're in session for that as well. And then, we follow all the bills to see what's in there, because as you know, some of the bills sound really great, but once you start digging into them, they're really bad.
Yeah, they slide things in there.
They try to slide things in there.
Yep.
And we actually have, excuse me if I put on my grandma glasses, we actually have 4 specific legalization bills this year. One of them is a medical bill. It's been going around for a couple of years by Janice Bowling. There's some issues with the bill, and this is what I'm saying. It sounds great, and when people start to support these bills, we really want to dive into it and let them know that don't just say, "Hey, we're going to vote for medical because we want medical."
Right.
We're going to call our legislators just because we want medical. One of the many problems with this bill is it's a $4 million buy-in. And that's not good for anybody. It's not good for me. It's not good for Larry.
No.
It's not good for anybody small.
Not anybody just going to pull $4 million out of their pocket to do something.
And this is liquid assets. This is not $4 million you can get in a loan.
Right.
This is liquid assets.
You gotta have
so what that does is it opens big business, and we do not want that, because big business brings in poor quality, poor relationships, lack of local support, and garbage.
Yeah,
I'm just going to say it. It's garbage products that they turn out.
Chemicals and all sorts of different stuff. There won't be any organic stuff. It'll say organic, but it won't be.
Exactly. And so that's one medical bill.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have 3 full legalization bills, and they all have some form of legalization. One of them allows for 60 grams of purchase or possession, and it allows for me to give you and you to give me without any repercussions at all.
Got you.
And then there's also one of them that authorizes the growing of your own plants.
Yeah, I thought it was 12.
Yeah, 12.
Plants?
And
yes.
I support that.
Yes.
Even though that would impact my business somehow, I think everybody ought to be able to grow their own plants.
I believe in self-medication. If you know what your body is and you know what you can do to help yourself, I believe you should be able to.
Right. I definitely think so.
I mean, I understand things need to be regulated for safety and other things like that. I get that. But that's where you got to negotiate.
Right.
I think people should be able to do what they need to do to be helped and well.
Exactly. And so we're really watching those bills to see how they go through the legislature. And I don't know if you know how all that process is, but it goes through several committees, and if it passes a committee, it goes to the next committee. And if it passes that one, it goes to the next one.
Yeah.
And so that's
it ain't no just, hey, let's do this and it's over with. Yeah. That's
right.
It's kind of good too, because it gives them a chance to go over it and get over it and look and add and take away and
do amendments.
It
things
could
like
be
that.
good or bad, but yes.
Right. One of the funny ones is called Pot for Potholes in Tennessee, where 75% of the revenue goes to fix the potholes. It goes to the transportation industry in Tennessee.
That would be great.
That would be great.
That would be great, and that is a good positive thing for the bill.
It really is.
So, what is the negative assets?
Before we talk about that, there's one that I really want to bring up, and this is Senate Bill 960, House Bill 1370, and we'll provide all of these numbers at the end of the live, and we'll put it in a nice little format on Facebook where you can click and move on. Yeah,
you'll have all the information you need and the websites and stuff to what she's talking about to validate and get more information.
Right. But just to kind of let you know, and I've learned way more about our legislators than I ever wanted to know, and it's exactly what you think it is. It's backroom deals and blah, blah, blah. That's all I'm going to say. But this one particular bill, they have run every single year. Mm-hmm. And every single year it gets kicked out. And you know what that bill is?
I don't remember what
it is. To put 3 non-binding questions on the ballot for constituents, the public, to say yes, no, maybe, whatever.
Gotcha.
They don't even want you to have that choice.
Wow.
They don't want, because they don't want to know, because right now 89% of Tennesseans want some form of legalization.
Yes.
And they do not want that answer.
Right.
And so this is why we really need to come together. We really need to contact our legislators, and enough is enough.
Yes.
On this.
People need to just, hey,
control.
Say something,
yeah.
you know. look, I say something. I let everybody know I care about this stuff. So, I mean, there's a lot of people that don't.
That's right. That's right. But there's two really bad, terrible bills out there. And it is House Bill 1148, Senate Bill 1236. Again, we'll provide all this information.
This one here, the bad bills.
Right, the bad bills.
I'm going to set that right here in the front. So
this one is a major bill under the influence of the TBI. I have a big issue with this bill because the TBI's job is not to write legislation.
Exactly.
They shouldn't even be here.
They're just supposed to regulate the laws.
They are supposed to enforce the laws. Mm-hmm. So why are they writing legislation? Why are they trying to write legislation that's out of their scope?
Right.
And so, and what this bill is it eradicates, it removes THCA and THCP. That means all of your flour is gone.
Yep.
THCP, which we make delectable bars out of THCP, all of that's gone. And so what happens when THCA is gone? Everything's gone.
Yeah, Hub City Hemp will close.
All of your gummies are gone.
That's the majority of our sales is with THCA products.
Yeah, because THCA makes everything. Mm-hmm. So everything will be gone. It will be catastrophic for the industry because it will cause the industry to collapse almost overnight. Your favorite stores like Hub City gone because let's be honest. The CBD market is just not there. It can't, as many stores as we have, it can't support the CBD market because it's not there. Mm-hmm. When it first started out, yes, the people flocked to it, but it's not there. People want some form of legalization. They want THCA, and your medicinal qualities really come from a combination of THC and CBD, not CBD alone.
Exactly.
So it's really kind of pointless. And again, the TBI needs to stay out of it. Stay in their lane and stay out of it.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with them.
Exactly. But the other really bad, terrible bill is House Bill 1376, Senate Bill 1413. And this is by Briggs and Lambert. These are my enemies. Yeah. I can't stand them. They are out of touch with reality. One of these guys didn't even know that Walmart sold tobacco.
Wow.
So, and how many years has Walmart been selling tobacco? I mean, I remember as a kid.
Yeah.
So,
as long as I can remember.
So why do we have people that are out of touch with us peasants, common folk, trying to make laws and legislation? So, but the big thing is we call this the ABC bill, and it's the Alcohol Beverage Commission bill, where they're trying to put hemp underneath that.
Yep.
We do not want that. We want to stay under ag because we are the agricultural state.
Yep.
That's what we need to do.
Yes.
But some of the bad things is it slyly says that it's going to ban THCA. It kind of, slides it in there. It bans online sales. Well, tons of people love to shop online. Yep. I mean, it's so convenient. You can shop at night, whatever. It bans grocery and convenience store sales. But here's another weird thing. There is a 1 cent potency tax.
So the more potency it is, the higher it is. It goes to the consumer.
And that's on top of the tax, that the 16% tax that you're already paying.
So it's going to be hard for people to even sell it.
It will. But see, here's my thing.
Consumers ain't going to want to have to pay that.
No.
They'll go to Missouri.
I hear that all the time. I just went to Missouri and I racked up.
Yeah, they'll go to Missouri. That's what they'll say.
But here's my thing. If we're going under the ABC, Alcohol Beverage Commission, then why are we not following the same rules? Do they tax tequila different than they tax rum?
Nope.
Same. So why are we held to a different standard if we're going to be under the ABC? It's crooked little things like that.
Yeah, it's just it's too strategic, and I don't get it. And it's like, why are they're micro managing this down to the why? I don't see why they're trying to pay attention to down to the whatever you said, the cent per unit.
1 cent. I mean, and the thing is that sounds like, oh, well, it's just a penny. No. I mean, think about all your potency levels. It racks up, and they use that 1 cent to trick you.
Yes.
Instead of using a percentage number.
Yes.
So that it's very tricky. There's other things like brand registration. So we're going to have to register the brands. That's another $300 pop.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if that is just for manufacturers or retailers, but think about how many brands Hub City carries if that's the case. Mm-hmm. Ridiculous. And just a cost.
What in the licensing? What do they got on the licensing?
The licensing is going to be a $500 application fee, and we do not have that right now under the Agricultural Department with the hemp program, and even the new code regulations that started in July that we've been fighting over and sued the state over and things like that. and then the licensing for retailers actually goes up to $1,000
Wow.
instead of $500, and you have to renew that every year. But here's the thing: let's say this passes, and we don't want it to pass, but let's say it does. So your current license with Hub City will end June 30th.
Yep.
So there's 6 months that you're going to have a license. And then in January, they're going to make you buy another license after you pay your $500 application fee if you get approved.
Yep.
So they're double taxing you, double licensing you, and I have a big problem with that because, again, most hemp stores are small business.
Yeah, small business.
You can't just ding, 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 and keep
a lot of
taking
times
money.
we get week to week, month to month on our stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, it's based on the client to come in.
It is.
Because they thrive at certain times of the month, and sometimes of the month you don't have this money, and you can't just it's ridiculous. They're just strangling the lower.
It is, and for like me and other manufacturers in the state, it is a $750,000 buy-in.
Yes.
Really? Why do we need $750,000? I already have all the equipment.
Yes.
I already have everything.
Why
do I need $750,000?
We already have a line of stores to sell this stuff.
Yeah.
Why do we got to have to redo everything?
Yeah,
it's already there.
It's a money game, and that's pathetic. We have people that are passionate about the industry, passionate about the flower. I can't tell you how many people come up to me and say, "Man, this has just saved my life."
Yes.
I can rest, I can sleep. I'm off of Oxy. There has been some research with heroin addicts and Delta 8.
Yep.
And see, that's the other tricky thing is like your other Deltas, Delta 8, Delta 10. Nope, they're going to cap that too. That's going to be 1%.
Yep.
Nobody wants 1% of Delta 8.
Nobody. Why would you? You're going to drive to Missouri.
Yeah.
We'll just drive to Missouri.
And then two other terrible things is there's the drink containers. I know you guys at Hub City have a couple of drinks, and I believe they're pop top.
Yeah, we have child safety on.
Right. Well, that's not good enough now.
Okay.
It's going to have to be a top that twists and turns and locks.
So then it means the manufacturer will have to charge more.
Yep.
And then it'll come to us, and we'll have to pay more,
and then
we're going to have to
pass it to consumers.
Yeah, and then they're not going to want to buy it. They're going to drive to Missouri.
Right, that is. And one of the last things on this bill that I absolutely hate and makes zero sense to me is you are going to have a 250 milligram limit per item.
Yep.
And a count of 10.
Yep.
So that means you're only going to be able to buy 10 gummies.
Right.
Instead of like mine are 25. And then I think there's other brands that have like 60.
So that's going to cause more packaging. It's going to cause more on the manufacturer person. So that's what they're doing. The consumer wasn't really going to care.
No.
Because they could just keep coming back and getting it. But the manufacturer person is going to have a lot to deal with that. And
right.
And see, the consumer needs to know we're the ones that are trying to help you. So help us help you. I mean, come on. So
what we need to do and on this, and we'll provide all the information on your page and the festival page and the Dragonfly page, how to do this, is I need from you about 4 to 6 weeks of commitment, just once or twice a week, and we'll tell you exactly what to do. I need the whole industry needs your commitment to email, phone, share on social media, get your friends involved, talk to legislators in person, and in a little bit, I'm going to tell them a great opportunity for them to do that. But and we have a email pre-written that, you can send. You don't have to think about it, just copy and paste. But what I really want is I want individuals, people that have had experiences of what this has done for you in your life.
That's what we need.
We need to share with the legislators how this has improved your life and how it's not a health risk at all, because I would much rather have a plant take care of me than a medical oxy or something stronger take care of me.
I am personally in remission from the use of RSHO CBD high doses. So I testify it. It saved my life. I'm still sitting here looking like this because of CBD. And that's why I have this. So I dress like this because I am dedicated to this because it works. It saves lives. It ain't just about getting high. It's about saving lives and taking care of people's wellness.
It is. Looks like we got a question there. What does it say?
What do we got there?
With all the potholes around here, I'm not sure you can sell enough to fix them all.
I don't know, Scott. There's pretty much a lot of potheads that are secretly around here that want them potholes fixed. So I think we do all right with that bill. But you got to see what else are in there. Thanks for your question and your comment.
Definitely. Yeah. Any more comments? Just send them in, and
Yes.
we'll go to them. But the bills we want to support is House Bill 1243, Senate Bill 1007, and that is our counter bill to the TBI bill.
Yes.
And it basically kind of solidifies THCA in our industry. Done.
Yeah, it's backwards. Like I said, the federal government has made it federally legal, and I don't know why the state wants to make it illegal, and they're trying to push for something federally illegal,
right?
To be legal.
And I say this all the time: is every single state around us has some form of legalization. Why are we sending people across the borders to buy it? Why are we causing them to break the law to come back?
Yep.
And nobody should risk their life for medicine.
No.
Nobody.
Whether it's mental or physical, either way, yeah, it's stupid. I don't get why Tennessee, they're losing a lot of money.
It's tons of money. And actually, the hemp industry is right now, and we're still a brand new newborn industry, is a $500 million industry. We make $33 million off of taxes right now.
Wow.
And Tennessee is just going to blow it away. And what does that money go to? It goes to everything. It goes into the general fund. It goes to the TDA. It goes to, it can go to the general fund. They can decide wherever it goes.
Right.
It can go to help the citizens and the constituents of Tennessee. And we're just going to throw away $33 million because these two enemies, Briggs and Lambert, want to get rid of it, and Farrell and
what is their reason for it? Because it's too much like marijuana, or what is it?
I am not certain, but I really feel like it all comes down to money. It all comes down to they have not been given enough money to move the needle. And that's probably not what needs to be said. I need to say something like, oh, well, they're just thinking about, no, it's money. It's money. Yep. And, the way that we can take back control of that is burn the phones up, burn the emails up to these legislators. Yep. These next 4 to 6 weeks, bug the crap out of them. Let them know you're not going to vote for them. You are, and that's what they care about. As soon as you tell them you're a constituent and you're a voter, then they listen. Yep. Because that's their job going away.
There you go.
And there's a few of these that we need to unseat. So let me tell you where these senators and representatives are. So we can do some shout outs for people, because I know you have a lot of people from different counties and everything that watch.
Yes.
Is Farrell Hale is Sumner and Truesdale counties. That's going to be north of Nashville, Gallatin, Portland. Yep. We have friends that work in that area.
I have friends in Nashville.
Right. Ed Butler, that's going to be Overton, Morgan, part of Anderson County. Roane County, that's going to be north of Cookeville, like Livingston and Rickman. Okay. We have friends up there too.
Towards East Tennessee.
And then Briggs is going to be Knox County, obviously Knoxville. We know a lot of people in Knoxville. Mapleview, that little subdivision area. Lambert is going to be Sumner County, again, north of Nashville, Portland, Westmore, White House. But our two favorites are going to be Chris Hurt. That's, listen up, Crockett County, Lauderdale, Gibson, Obion County. This is West Tennessee.
Yeah, West Tennessee.
This is our guy right here that's helping us run the bill to solidify THCA. So we need to, if you live in those areas, you need to contact him and say, yes, we support it.
So we'll have this on
all of this will be on that. And of course, Page Wally, that's another part of Hardin, Haywood counties. That's Savannah, Adamsville,
and Brownsville.
And Brownsville.
Yep.
But there's another big fish out there, and that we're really kind of lucky to have them this year. Ed Jackson is Madison County.
Yes.
So all you Madison County people, we're going to need you.
Yes.
I know tons of Madison County people because I live in Madison County. Yes. I talk to you all the time. Ed Jackson is the chairman of the government ops committee this year.
Okay.
So the reason why that's important is because the chairman has a lot of power when these come into his committee.
Awesome.
He can throw it out. He can split it up. He can pass it all as one. So Madison County, I am counting on you to let Ed know that we do not want these bills and we want to take care of THCA. And the in-person thing that I was telling you about earlier is on February 27th. Write it on your calendars, put it in your phone.
Lexington, Tennessee.
Lexington, February 27th at 5:30. I need you there. Larry needs you there. It's going to be at the Lexington Middle School for a legislative review. We need people to show up in force. We need probably some signage saying, don't support this bill, support this bill instead. Save THCA. Don't take away my plant. Let me have my medicine, whatever.
Hemp heals.
Yeah, Hemp heals. That's a great one. And Ed Jackson, Brock Martin, who is part of Carol Gibson, is also a cannabis supporter. So that's a very positive thing.
Are any of these people going to be there at this?
Yes, these are the people that will be at that meeting.
Okay.
The three legislators will be there. Will be Ed Jackson, Brock Martin, and Kirk Haston, which is again Chester, Decatur. We're in Chester County right now.
We're in Chester County right now.
You got to call Kirk.
Yes.
And again, we'll provide you with everything you need to say to them. And we'll keep reminding you, February 27th, that's like next week.
Yep.
Isn't it?
No,
next week, week after next.
Yes.
Week after next, maybe.
Week after next.
And we will keep providing you with all of the information on what to say to them. And we want you to come to that meeting. I'll be there.
I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there. Yes.
Quite a few other people. If you are a retailer, if you are a manufacturer, if you are a supplier, if you make bags for the industry, if you help stores out, if you volunteer at the Hemp Fest, if you like the plant, if the plant heals you, I need you there. We need you there with signs. Maybe we can have a chance to speak and they can get up and tell their story about how hemp and THCA has changed their life. So we need you there, but we'll provide all of that information.
I'm speaking for Hub City Hemp, but for all the hemp stores, I'm not out there to be the competitor to any hemp stores. I need all of you guys to show up at this thing. Any of the hemp stores in Madison County, they consider me a competitor, whatever. I don't consider you a competitor. I want you there too. We need to all pull together and be there February 27th to talk to these people, to let them know that we're the storefront. We're the ones that see these people every day. We're the ones that interact. We know who needs what and what they're asking for. And they need to know this from us because we're the first line that these people come to with these issues with hemp or anything in the industry. So we're the ones they deal with on firsthand. So we need you to be there to talk to these people so they'll listen to us because we are in the storefront.
That's right. And I know probably people are saying, well, my email won't matter. My phone call won't matter. Yes, it does.
It does.
It will move the needle. It really will. I promise you. A couple of years ago, we had a possible Delta 8 ban, and we did sort of this same thing, and it moved the needle. And we have Delta 8 still.
How many people out there hate them disgusting calls that you get every day asking you if you need new life insurance or if you need some health insurance? Yeah, those are pesky, and they get aggravating. Well, that's the same thing you do to your congressmen and your senators. You call them and just aggravate them, and they're finally going to have to do something because they're going to say, wow, there's a lot of people calling about this. I'm tired of my phone calling. That's the same thing you're doing. They're tired of the emails. They're tired of the phone call. They're going to make an issue. Just like you do when you get calls that you're tired of. You put them on a ban list or you do call somebody else, tell them, hey, take me off your call list. You get a result. That's what we're trying to do here.
Right. And the email and the form letter we have is going to be really, really easy. So I need 4 to 6 weeks commitment from everybody. And then I need you to show up February 27th at 5:30 at the middle school in Lexington. Those are our big things that are coming up in the next 2 weeks. Now, these bills, they haven't gone through committees yet, but this next week, starting tomorrow, they should start going through committees. And I will keep everybody updated to where these bills are, if they passed, if they failed. We hope they fail. And what committee they're going to next. And, call your legislators, because even though your legislators may not be in the committee, they still talk.
Yep.
They still talk to each other.
Yep.
And, you still need to let them know that, you're only going to support them in the voting booth if they support you.
Yep.
And talk to these people that are trying to pass these bad bills.
So those
and they
people
will listen.
So these people out here that are on board with this, please, we need your help. I mean, we are dedicating ourselves for this. I mean, I don't just do this because there's no money in me doing this. I do it because that's out of my heart, because hemp has saved me. This woman right here is phenomenal. She puts on the Hemp Fest every year. So we need more people like you to understand this stuff is very helpful. So please be here February 27th. Please share this live. Please stay tuned for all the information so you can contact all these people that are necessary in your area.
I think so. Yeah. And we can come together. And like I said, our big card in the pocket for Madison County is that Ed Jackson is the chairman this year. So we can really put some pressure on him. And outside of hemp, if you're following other bills that are going to go through the Government Ops Committee, same thing. If there's other bills for like education, healthcare, things like that end up going through him, whatever the path, he's our card right now that we have to really, really talk to this year. And I think we can get it done. But if we don't, and I know a lot of people are thinking, well, we've got legalization bills. We got 23 coming, or 23 cannabis bills. We have 4 legalization bills. That's not how it's going to work.
Nope.
First of all, we will not have full legalization until we have a medical program.
Yep.
And we're still stuck in the medical commission of reading and taking all the information. So what's going to happen if we try to fall back on, well, we're just going to end up with some form of legalization, is you're going to have probably 2 or 3 years of nothing.
Yep.
Zero. Nothing.
And that's going to really hurt the economy in Tennessee. For saying it'll be a blow.
$500 million.
Yeah.
I mean, think about all the people that are going to be out of work.
Yep.
And all the people that it's going to benefit, or not benefited, will benefit the pharmacies,
yep.
Which we don't like. But this is our chance to really make a show and an effort. And I believe that we can do it. I believe that you can do it. I believe that you can help us. West Tennessee can really have a stake in this game. Yep. In this session this year.
We just need your help. I mean, I need dedicated people to just share this video. Take the time to share this video and call somebody. If it's just one call, it's one call that we get, or one email, just something, I sound like one of those people like feed a child. It's just pennies a day to feed a child.
Seconds a day.
It just takes 3 seconds to send an email to a congressman and get them irritated. But anyways.
So that's kind of the urgent thing that's going on. And for the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'll keep everybody updated. Awesome. We'll post it on your page, yep. Everything that we need you to do. Hopefully, and I really think we will. I think we'll be successful with everybody's help. And you can't rely on, well, my buddy's doing it, so I don't need. No, we need everybody needs to do it. Y'all need to do it. Our studio audience needs to do it. Yep. You and I need to do it. You're in Chester County. Yes. I'm in Madison County. Everybody, your brothers, your sisters, your aunts, your uncles, everybody. And here's the other thing is, even if you have some friends that maybe don't use hemp or don't use cannabis at all, they see the benefits from you, so they can still call in and say, hey, I support it because it's helped my family members.
I have a lot of people that support me, even though they don't use it or anything like that, but they believe in it, and they agree with person's wellness.
Absolutely. There's always a story wherever I go, whether it's the Hub City event that we had the other night, the open mic night.
Yes.
Whether it's there, whether it's, I just meet somebody, whether it's at the Hemp Festival, somebody always comes up to me, and it's usually several people, and say, you won't believe how this has changed my life. And it's changed mine too, for a lot of things that I went through a few years ago. If I didn't have access to this product, I probably wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, the story's me just standing behind the counter, listening to the people that come in, asking what they need.
Yeah. Yeah.
And hearing from the elderly to college students to teachers to even some, the mayor comes into our store. He might get mad at me for saying it, but I don't care. We need you. You come in our store. So, I mean, come on.
Well, and on that little note, I just want to say that the mayor has been awesome for the Hemp Festival. And we may not get that support if we have a change of leadership in Jackson. We exchanged a few emails last year. He was up to date on the law. He knew what needed to happen. We discussed back and forth the legalities of it. You know, he is wonderful in support of whether he, you know, I'm not going to put words in his mouth, but as far as us letting us have the hemp festival and things like that, and it's legal in the state of Tennessee to smoke hemp in public. And he's been wonderful to let us have that. So, you know, and that's the benefits of getting the right people in the right places.
And that's the whole reason I'm trying to implement that open mic night there in Lexington, is to bring awareness, to let people know that it's legal now. It's legal. People are like, when's it going to be legal?
You got it right now. Don't throw it away.
Yeah. Why? Let's keep it that way. I mean, I had a whole room full the other night. We were having a great night, listening to music, and we were legally smoking and having a good time. And that's what we're going to continue doing, is bringing awareness, and we need everyone's help, please.
So, it looks like we got some questions. What do they say?
Scott said, okay, John, he said, I'm typing this from behind the camera. Okay. Okay, we got that one. Then Scott came in. I personally don't use it, but I have friends with severe anxiety, and it's helped them able to come out and socialize.
Yes.
You wouldn't believe how many people come in the store saying, they just need, like, okay, I have a man that comes in and he says, my mother-in-law is coming for the weekend. Can I have something that just kind of drown her out? And I just, what this man said to me, and I was like, okay. And then I have other people, I need something to sleep. I need something to help me study. I need something to take the pain off my hip. And I have a lady sitting there, and she says, you got this pain salve, this hip. It's amazing what they come in there for. Now, you got people that come in there for recreational too, but most people come in there because they need it for something to help them with their mind or their body. And I hear all these people's stories. So they come there for a reason, and we look at, this is what we got to keep in stock because it works. They ain't going to keep coming back for it if it don't work. And that's just the key to it. We've got it now. It's legal. There's no going backwards. So this is all these bills are. Well, there's a few that are kind of cool, but most of them are backwards. So, and I
30 pages of garbage in that ABC bill. 30 pages of the hammer slamming down. So
I also encourage you, even though you hear a bill that says legalization, make sure you pay attention to the under guidelines, because they'll throw in sneaky stuff in there and lose your rights on other ends just so you think you're getting something for nothing. So just be careful.
Yeah, and we'll keep, if anything ever like that goes further in the committees, we'll definitely pick it apart and say, look, be careful. But we will have legalization. I want to make that clear. At some point, Tennessee is going to have legalization. Unfortunately, I feel like we need a change in leadership in the government, in the governor position, because he said over and over, I'm not going to approve anything until it becomes federally legal. But hemp is
federally legal.
So,
I don't know why Tennessee is wasting their time making these marijuana laws when we already are federally legal right now. So it's backwards.
Yeah. So continue your education with your stores, ask them questions, learn the difference between THC, THCA, the benefits, and see that we're already there. We just need you for the next 4 to 6 weeks, plus the event in Lexington. Show up, support.
February 27th.
For these bills. Yes, that's right. But we'll have all this information on your page.
Kindle, awesome.
Do we have another question?
Maddie Todd. Yes, Maddie Todd's one of Hub City Hemp's bud tender girls, promo girls, and she says it helps with my heart condition. I don't know what I'd do without it. See, there's another person that is responding to saying that it helps them.
Well, and let's talk about that for a second. How expensive is medication for a heart condition versus the cost effectiveness of hemp?
Yep.
That's the other thing is that, I see all the time people saying I can't afford this medication or that medication or my insurance doesn't cover it. Well, you can,
if they made it allow, you can grow it in your backyard.
Yeah.
And that's why it's not, because that's not going into your pocket. it's going into someone else's, and people don't realize this.
Right.
It's man. I can't stop talking about this, people. I could be on this live forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is we could have like 5 or 6, shows a month on this.
But I thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
coming here.
I'm happy to do
So just stay tuned. Please share this. She's going to have all the links that you need to all the people you need to talk to, email. Please help us, okay? Thanks for being on the Larry B. Green Show. Stay tuned. We'd love to see you. Thank you so much.
it.
Oh. Woo.